wraps this is, shall we? No idea. No idea. Oh yeah. So 1, 2. You counting, were you? So I was. Now, whether I can get a spawn out that far or not, I reckon I can actually. So, there we have that. Touch and go. Change my hat in a minute, this one's going to blow off again. Right then, so. I know what it is. Do you know what it is? That's the question. Well, I'm sort of nearly getting there, but not as, I don't know. About 2 turns off on the spool, which isn't bad actually, to be fair. I actually wrapped it up for the same amount of wraps as the rod, which I normally don't do, so I'm just curious to see, but it's, yeah, it's close. It's, when the wind blows, it's absolutely evil. And that is more or less on the knot, that is. I reckon that bait is getting out there. I'm only going to do one more and see where we go, really. I don't want to put too much bait out tonight. If it dies down a little bit later, I might bung a couple of spawns out a little bit better on the mark. So I had to change my hat due to the fact that another one disappeared up the bank again. Yeah. Yeah. Conditions are ace, aren't they, really? Rightio. Oh. inches around the spool, so that's not bad, ain't it? And I like a little bit of a spread around, so I'm happy with that. Right then, let's that'll do for now. I'm only going to do that many out there. Weird swim this is. It used to fish so much better close in, but I just don't seem to like it so much anymore nowadays. Strange. I don't know why. Well, I probably got absolutely hammered to be perfect. That's probably the main reason. Right, yeah, that's there. Marker rod's still in the sky. Right, yeah. Oh. Peach. Rightio, let's get some. Let's get some hook baits on. Well, it's a bit of a pit in here now due to the rain coming down and getting me, to be perfectly honest with you. So, yeah, not as tight as I'd like it. That is annoying me. Oh yeah, so yeah, not as good as I was hoping for, really. So, where's my lid? I don't know where my lid is. So I mean, I've lost so much stuff. They're like chucking it in here, really. It's what I like to do. I like to do it on a little table, really. I did bring some different clips, which I wonder. I've got to be very careful. See, I need people end up with hooks in themselves, can't you? These stacks boxes are absolutely awesome until it comes to the point where you want to get in the bottom one. And yeah, you can always guarantee. So I'm gonna put a bit silty out there, so I'm gonna yeah, it works. Yeah, I only had these clips last week. They're a bit sort of chunky, and I don't really like these chunky clips. So my glasses, you can see what I'm doing at the moment. They're all sort of murked up due to the rain on the glasses and things. But, oh well, I'll get a nice view at the field. Nice view in the corner. That is what it is, isn't it, really? Oh man. You got the spots of rain coming again, I say. I like to see those three decided to make love and tangle themselves up together completely, so they can just go away. Alright, let's get that on there. Yep. No, that's better. A couple of things that I like doing. It's can lead to issues. However, I find that it makes things slightly better. Some people like to cut that big ring swivel off and then just attach that on there. Some people like to put more like shrink tubing over that and everything like that. I just come to the conclusion, as long as you need to make sure you're either fishing with your rig like that, so it can't get tangled with it, or up higher than that, so it's looking like that. I'll show you on the other one actually, because this one's going to be like that and the other one's going to be slightly different. With the old helicopter, still super sharp hook. That's good. Let's get rid of that. Keep an eye on the camera because it's raining again now. Yeah, let's feed the wildlife. Always got to feed the wildlife. Feed Roland and his buddies. Yeah, I might have to stop recording in a minute because there's too much rain going on my camera, which is not good. A few little twists on that. Yeah, that'll sort it out. As long as the bit of metal from the barb is still quite long, I'm quite happy to carry on using hooks for as long as possible. It is not good, so do that. Yeah. I can't get it as sharp as I'd like. I will have to put it in a little vise and use a little bit of a more harder sharpener. I just move up little levels, you know. Just take just a little bit more off than I was taking off. Yeah, press it just a little bit harder, a little bit more material off. Yeah, it's absolutely needle sharp now. So. Right, yeah, so that's quite good. Right, yeah, so still playing around with a hinge rig on here. As I said before, I've lost fish doing it on here, and I've caught fish doing it on here. But it's not so. What should we say? Right, what am I doing? Which rod have I got? I'm doing the. Just got to look at this then. Right, this is the super range rod. This is the. How many wraps you were supposed to have counted? So you know where I'm fishing. But hey, perhaps I should give a prize out for the person that gets it right. Force people to comment. We don't comment on the blogs. For some reason, I don't know why. I see there's something in that. I can't see it. But I've got my little super gadget. I use these in what's it? Sewing. You do have to also be able to thread that through as well. It seems to be sort of problematic for some reason. There you go. But it's a lot quicker in general. And my super little gadget. Right, so little yellow one on the gravel might just attract Mr. Carp to pick it up. We only but hope, can't we? We only but hope. So I think what I'm going to do, because I don't think I'm going to do much more videoing after this due to the rain. I ain't going to complain. Conditions are absolutely spot on. Interestingly though, there's no rain forecast at all today till I got here, and now there is. So there we go. Amazing. Right. Okay, let's see if we can get this bang on where we want it to be. Bang on where we want it to be. Better than now, something was one of them. Blame the conditions, really, don't I? Yeah, righty-ho. Oh, going good, going good. and hit the clip. Perfect. Right. Right, better go and do exactly what I said. Do the net. I know why I've done the net, because I put it in here. Yeah. Oh dear, so much mess in here. It's ridiculous. Right. Need a net, don't we? Oh dear. Use the snicker. Right then. Oh, rain again now. Oh yeah. Nice big long net. Get them fish in it. Right here. Oh dear, let's just run away. Run away. I'm not sure if you'll see, but it is absolutely chucking it down there. You can see the water dripping off my side of my brolly. You might get a better view that way, but don't get confused with the clear blue sky over there. I'm clearly not in the clear blue sky at the moment by a long shot. As you've seen, one rod is out, the other rod is not out at the moment. I'm just trying to sort it out at the moment. We'll get it out there in a minute when it dies down in a little wee bit. I shouldn't get my raincoat on, to be fair, but oh well, we'll see. Right, I'm going to crack on, get that rod out there and take it from there, really. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Appears to be just the one cygnet left now, which is a real shame, because there was 3 others, so I don't quite know what's happened to those. I thought there was only one last weekend when I was here, and obviously I was right, which, yeah. So, you know, strange really, but there we go. Poor thing. Sole survivor, eh? Sole survivor. There we go, right. Well, there's a good few fish moving around here now. You wouldn't think it's the same day. It's about an hour and a half later. It was flat calm a couple of seconds ago, and it's just got a little bit of wind picking up again, and maybe a little bit more rain in the distance, but let's just loosen that off a little bit so I can turn that around a little bit. Yeah, I've seen fish from that corner in that bay there, out in front of me here, between here and there. There's a fish that's shown sort of just out there. I've had fish shown very near where I'm fishing at the moment, so it's all very positive. What's going on with my camera at the moment? Yeah, it's all very positive. There's fish sort of, well, as I always say, here, there and everywhere on this place, and they always are. They never sort of really go. I had some quite close in here when it was really blowing, and they've now drifted out a little bit further, sort of heading towards sort of where I'm fishing at the moment. So it's interesting to see what's going on. It's nice to watch the swans. Yeah, just literally, I did that little bit of filming a moment ago when it was absolutely howling it down, and then it just sort of petered away, and then just suddenly clear blue sky and sunshine, and I'm sort of regretting not bringing a guest chair to sit on myself outside, really, because the way my brolly's positioned, I can't really look at the lake realistically. But I didn't. Well, yeah, the forecast is it's never 100% nowadays, I must admit. Put it this way, there's actually bucket loads of roach down and rudd down to my left. So I used to come in with my children. If you look back over my blogs about 3 or 4 years ago, you'll find my kids fishing to the left of me, and there used to be a little post there. My you know, youngest and eldest absolutely loved it. So that was good. I'm feeling quite positive about catching a fish, I must say. There's enough moving out there. It's whether I've got my baits in the right place, because you could probably stick 6 rods out in front of here and still possibly blank, because the fish are just in some different area. There's so much undulation. It's like an egg box out there, along with the boulders and things like that. And there's a few sort of pinnacles that come up and things, sort of, you know, what do you call them, plateaus? They just sort of come up to a point. They're about sort of, you know, 10 foot round at the bottom and about a few foot round at the top. But yeah, they're here, there and everywhere as well out there. So yeah, there's so many features and so many different things to possibly fish to, and the fish to feed on, and fish to, you know, what they fancy doing. It's crazy, really. It does look like I'm the only one on here, which is quite pleasant, really. There's plenty of time to go. It's only, what, 3:30, 4 o'clock now, I think, so there's every possibility someone else will turn up. Just have to wait and see, really. Well, there we go. The geese are to my left now. They're going to be grumping a little bit. You know, they've just sort of come off the island. I wonder if maybe someone's just walked on the island. They're going quite slowly, so probably not. We'll just sit and observe and enjoy the time we have on here, really. See where we go. Righty-ho, let's relax a little bit, enjoy the surroundings. Right, what I'm going to try and do each trip is just do an item of equipment that I carry and why I sort of carry it. I like these Aqua Stack boxes simply because they go in the barrow a lot easier. I've got 2 boxes and they both fit in my Fox barrow. It's fantastic, which is all you want. You just lift the lid up. This one's basically the tech box that has anything sort of tech in it. It's got sort of medicine in there, there's a GoPro in there, cables, lights, chargers, with a thermocell in there, toilet paper. Yeah, and it just neat. I know there's sort of several packages in there, but if it was in me sort of bag on my trolley, it wouldn't be so good. I like it sort of all neatly stacked. You can also, then it just sort of stacks up and stands in my bivvy or wherever I want it, and I can use it as a table, I can use it as a seat, I can use it wherever I want. It's also quite easy to store in the house as well, in the cupboards, things like that. So I basically have 2. One is that one there, which has got me checking it, as I call it, and that one is basically full of all the cooking stuff, which I need to set up. And I've said I stack them both on top of each other and use them as a table, and it works brilliantly. And that's really all I carry. I just literally limit it to that. And you might have noticed that those 2 boxes I've just said go in my barrow, which I'll show you later, because it's now all covered up and got water and rain over it after this session. It hasn't actually included my tackle box or anything like that at all. Well, you'll find where my tackle box is in other later episodes and things, and how much less tackle I actually just take. I think I take more cooking gear than I actually take of tackle, and I'll explain that in another future episode. There we go, the perfect carpy table on top of my stack boxes, which is absolutely brilliant. I'll stack another couple of boxes next to it as well, which acts as another little table. It's absolutely perfect. Right, I'm actually going to get a burr on. And you see the deer through there. There you go. Well, sitting outside at the moment, enjoying the break between the rain showers. I think there's more rain coming that way. Might actually miss us, that might. Don't really know, but I want to sort of take the opportunity to sit outside and just enjoy the scenery. It's absolutely gorgeous, really. It's yeah, pleasant evening. I'm reasonably confident I might even get a take for bedtime, really. Don't know, we shall see. Try not to sneeze at the moment if you want to. Oh, bless me. There we go. But yeah, you can see over the back it's pretty sort of grey. A little splat of blue sky. It's sort of heading over the New Forest towards towards where I live. Because according to the wife, it's chucking down with rain there again at the moment. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But no, it's nice to sit outside and yeah, enjoy the late afternoon, early evening. One guy's gone by in a car, so I think he hasn't come back. So I haven't seen him setting up on the island. So I think he's probably gone down to the last car park. There's no one offers it at all whatsoever at the moment. So yeah, I don't know really. I don't know. It's quite nice indeed, really, to say the least. I know why they've gone down the bottom, because the wind's got a little bit of a sort of like northerly to it, and that really helps people cast out the long range they need to. Sort of what we call the cop swim, to get it to anywhere near chance of actually catching fish. You've got to go beyond 35 wraps to actually get it into the right sort of zone to stand a chance of catching fish. And if you're sort of capable of getting into the 40s, it's absolutely fantastic. So it's a very fine braid, good strong breeze behind you. You can get it out there and yeah, stand a chance. A lot of people like that, because you're sort of casting into the sort of the no man's land area, probably about 3 or 4 acres of water that you can't get a bait in. That's the closest you can get a bait into it, and you do see an awful lot of fish in there, and that's why sort of people sort of fish the interception routes. Obviously there's one there, there's one out on the island to the right of me, and then where I fish in the sort of double gravel swim with Ian, people cast out to the gap in the island, and then further down the sort of tower spit, people cast across there into a sort of gap as well along the tree line, because the carp go through there. But I think I'm just too old and too slow. It doesn't matter what I try and do, even with braid, I just can't get to the rods and stop the odd fish being lost in the trees. And for me personally, I just don't I don't find it acceptable fishing. So I may not sort of get the takes they get from fishing those swims, but at least I know when I do get a take, I'm going to get the fish in. But as I say, that's my choice. Each their own. We all fish differently, and that's the good thing about this place. We're all not trying to pile in the same swims in the same spots. It's good. It gets everyone spread around and doing their stuff. Some people fish at range, some people fish in the margins, some people fish in the middle of the lake. It all helps to get everyone sort of spread around. Not so much this time of year, because well, no one's here. I did nearly take a drive around the other lake. I was a bit concerned if I did and found a half decent swim free, you'd be looking at something completely different at the moment, and I didn't really want that. I'm going to try and sort of keep away from there for a while. I might start a little bit earlier this year, sort of get there in October. I don't know yet. I might fish a completely different venue. I don't know. Don't know yet. I'm going to put some thought into this. I'm going to do the odd random session on that lake. I think once the school holidays kick in, because it's the grounds of a school, so it has all sorts of entertaining rules regarding parking and where you can't park and where you can park. Yeah, so if the schools are closed and they're all on holiday, it just simplifies the whole process. So I'm going to try and get up there and do a couple of nights. Fish just topped off over there off the side of the island, so that's not bad. I'm going to switch the screen around on to see if you can sort of see anything. Oh, there we go. Actually, I'm going to change the ratio. There we go. That's better for you, isn't it? Change the whole ratio of everything, and what we're looking at. I won't see any fish show now, so I won't get any photographs of topping fish realistically. There's a couple to the right of me that have been topping occasionally. Sound pretty small. I think I heard a tench to the left of me at one point, which means they're over here as well. So There's a bit of weed growth where the swans were feeding earlier on. They're sort of picking out a little bit of Canadian pondweed. And I've come across a little bit of weed out there, but I'm in the deeper water, and it doesn't seem to be grabbing hold of it out there at the moment. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. I think the rain is probably going to go just to the right of me and avoid where I am at the moment. I think there's a private school down the road, and they have some sort of function going on this afternoon, because there's well, the music was so loud it was actually well, see, another fish just topped to the left of me along the side of the island. That is a funny area, that is. That's just topped where I put baits, and I've put baits there before, and I just cannot get a bite in that corner and along that tree line. But they're there, and I know they go there. See, that fish is probably the one that topped on the corner. It's just probably gone along that bank. But I don't know. I can't crack this bay. I've had 2 takes in the entire time I've ever fished it. It might not have even been that many. It might just have been 1, and that was, yeah, that wouldn't be classed as in the bay, I think. So yeah. Bit of a weird flat spot out where I'm fishing at the moment. Oh, well, you never know, do you? As I said, I sort of got this bit of positivity. Yeah, a slight northwesterly wind now, which means that rain might suddenly come and get me, even though we're lovely, perfect sunshine. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that wind blowing. You can see why I put my brolly in such a weird angle and things. So I have the pleasure of looking up the field, which is quite good, because I caught those deer earlier on, and if the whole herd comes through, it'll look pretty impressive. So we shall see. I get the odd a couple of random bleeps, which was I don't think it's wind. I think it might be fish moving out there. I'd like to fish slacker line, not sort of too far out. I know I'm over a sort of boulders and things like that. Rods further up the bank than this before, to be honest with you, because it's caused me a few problems. That's why another reason why I've got my bivvy where it is. So I'll run out, grab the rod, and actually walk back on the higher ground, keeping that rod tip higher, because if they go left, there's a real shallow, I would call it a bar, but it's not a sort of a pinnacle that comes up, and if they go too far right on me, they end up in that, heading towards that bay in the corner, and there's a few crunchy bits out there as well. So you've got to have your wits about you on here. You know, it's hard to get a take, and then when you do get a take, you can easily lose it as well, which is slightly frustrating. But we shall see. But yeah, no, it's all good out here at the moment. It's quite nice and enjoyable. So we shall go and yeah, just soak it all up. Anyway, I better sort of crack on and make some effort to actually get some fish on the bank this trip. Yeah, I do need to get some fish on the bank, don't we really? Yeah, should be possible. It's just a shortish session, but it's we shall see. Rightio. Right, now thought I'd do one last video, because we've just had a rain shower. This lot's due to come over. It's spitting at the moment. As you can see, there's still a few fish crashing around, so it's looking good, feeling good. Mind you, the temperature's dropped a lot. You can see, looking over the forest over there, there's that's the rain shower that's just gone. And coming my way, there's the next rain shower. So yeah, the temperature has quite dramatically dropped, actually. I'm hoping that's not going to affect the fish, but you never tell with this place, because it's quite shallow, how things are going to actually go, really. I'll say the last one was absolutely horrendous. I thought at one point it was like hail in it, but you know, it wasn't the case. But you know, it's so heavy, it was unbelievable, realistically. But yeah, we can only but hope and pray one of these sort of rattles off through the dark hours, and see where we go. You can see when my car's not exactly far away, so I haven't got very far to go tomorrow morning, which was the whole point. The wheelbarrow's all nicely covered up there. There's a bit of a lake building there, and yeah, as I say, it's well, it is looking good. I'm feeling good about it, I must admit. It's nice to be out, nice to be giving it a go. I think I've seen one car, haven't heard anything. I can't see anyone opposite over there, haven't heard any leads or anything go out, so yeah, just me and one other that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's some people on the middle lake or the bottom lake or something somewhere, so that's what it is really. So yeah, I might tuck myself away for a little bit now, if that rain's going to come there. Sort of get my head down and get a bit of an early night, hoping that yeah, I'll spend a little bit of the dark hours or the early morning catching fish. Just have to see. Only wish me luck really, but yeah, it is looking promising. Certainly is looking promising. Oh, I'm going to have to go and put a jumper on. I'm actually quite chilly, which is, you know, my trolls will find that quite funny, because I do get cold, and I am quite cold now. I'm borderline sort of you know, shaking because it's so cold. The rain is now getting heavier, so I am going to bid you farewell, vamos, and hopefully, yeah, catch up at some point later on. Look at that, absolutely stunning and fantastic. I'll try and come outside and show you around, because it's actually still raining at the moment, and you can see under the clouds into the sun. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm getting soaking wet, and there's an absolute marvellous rainbow. Look at that, absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Beautiful. You know, sometimes it's amazing to be out in this world, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. You know, where else would you want to be? Just standing out looking at this beautiful rainbow, the sun shining on your back and rain falling on your head. Freaky, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Oh dearie me. Catch that rainbow, eh? Blooming amazing. Rain's getting heavier now. Darker and over there and everything. Unbelievable. I think I'm actually just going to have to go inside now, because it's getting pretty heavy. Right, well, it's coming up to 10 to 10 now. Just lost a fish really. And you see the mist on the water actually, changing the subject slightly. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's mean the old temperature's dropping at night. Unbelievable. Yeah, right hand rod, absolute belter. Went straight out, turned right, went round the back of a boulder, and there's absolutely nothing I could do about it whatsoever. I left the rod on the rest, slack line for about 20 minutes at one point, waiting and hoping that something would take some line, but it didn't. They never normally do on here. They just, yeah, I think the fish was on at one point. I tried walking up and down the bank and applying pressure from every direction I could possibly do, but no, I think it had actually had me round the boulder before I even managed to get at the rod. Ridiculous, but there we go. So yeah, we've recast, we've re-rigged and everything. Unfortunately, I basically ended up having to pull for a break, which is something I really don't like doing. There's not a lot I could do about that. It just is what it is. Quite frustrating. The line parted on the weak spot, which is the best place for it to part, really. So any luck there? Well, I think the fish had got off the line already, because just where the boulder was, you know, you could sort of see a bit of a movement on the surface from a fish or something, and not long after that, it stopped. And I gave it that's when I gave it the 20 minutes, and nothing else sort of occurred. So, and then I pulled and pulled again, moved to different areas and everything like that, and no signs of that fish. It obviously unhooked itself and dumped me. Yeah, not happy. Don't really like having to pull for a break. It's one of my real pet hates, and really frustrating. But yeah, it's something I've not done for a while on here, I don't think. But there we go. I put the rod out again. I've come back one wrap and gone a little bit, left a little bit more. So hopefully I've got a little bit more time to actually get to the rod, pick it up, walk back and get it to sort of not go anywhere near that boulder. But they're obviously wise to that particular spot, so we shall see what happens. If I lose another one, I'll have to sort of drop it short a little bit and raise the rod tips. It's what I've done before in here. Had them quite high, but it's quite an open expanse of water here, and the birds fly around quite a lot, which can be problematic. So yeah, it's full of its well, yeah, it is. So but there we go. Right, I'm going to go back now and sit in my bivvy, might watch something on Netflix, and hopefully forget about what's just occurred for a while. I'm going to write my blog about it as well, which sometimes helps me, actually, to be honest with you, get it out of my system and move on a little bit, really. But it's a new boulder to me, that one was. I've used to fish further out than that in here, so don't know. Well, they're extremely lucky, or well, just the way it is, really. Rightio. What can I say? I'll catch up with you later. Teamed after losing one last night. It's like a slippery eel, this thing is. I reckon it'll just scrape £10 if I pray hard enough. But probably not, really. But no, it's a carp. It's another one to the list. It's not a blank. You can't, you can't pick what picks up your hook bait, which is a bit unfortunate sometimes. But yeah, that'll do me. I'm happy with that. Little baby one. Absolutely ripped off. It disappeared to the horizon like the other ones. Never know. Could have been a similar sort of fish. Right, I better get it back. It's about 5:30, 6:15 in the morning, so there's every chance of another bite if we're lucky. Right, I'm not going to put it through the weighing process. I'm just going to wrap it up in this little sack, and wade out into the deeper water. There you go. And yeah, we'll just let it go. It doesn't swim off with the cord wrapped around itself. Silly thing. There we go. It's right, isn't it? Look at that. What a fantastic morning it is, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Sun's starting to come up. The heron way over in the distance on the island, sticking its head in the water and walking around after the wildlife. Absolutely superb, isn't it? So I think it's nearly 6 o'clock now, so I shall stay up now, no doubt. Got that little bit over there. Saw a van going by. That's always good. And the wave, and there they are. I recognise the van, you know. You'll see, run it. There we go. That was the 20 wrap rod. So it's going well, it's lost the fish on last night, so let's go and do the 20 wraps around here. 1, 2, oops, not 2, 2. There we go, 20 wraps. Got to concentrate because we all know carp anglers can't count, especially early in the morning. Anyway, get a little bit confused about numbers and things. So, yeah, not quite sure whether we're going to see any sunshine. There's a strip of cloud over us and that area up there above us. Very good. Right then, that's that. 20 wraps done. Wellies on the day, so we'll be squeaking away nicely. Oh, you notice I've got my wellies on now. It's really damp morning out there. So, I've got my head torch on. I'll take my head torch off. That's always good. Wasn't sure if I took my head torch off. Rightio. Yeah, notice I've got the mozzie net on as well. I had to put the mozzie net on last night. Oh, looks pretty still sharp. That's good, that is. We'll touch it up a little bit. There's just there we go. That'll do nicely. Yeah. Yellow classic corn wafter was responsible for that fish, as opposed to. Was it? No, it wasn't. Wrong rod. Wrong rod. Wrong rod. That's the range rod. That is. It's got one of those on. I think. I'm not quite sure what I'm using on each rod now, but I'm convinced it's a. Yeah, the range rod is the one I put the one I put that on. This is the catalyst that I put this on because I wanted to yeah. The yellow rod was hopefully to try and sort of pinpoint some feeding response from fish, really, wasn't it? Which doesn't seem to have worked, really. So, question is now then, we do the other rod and change it over to this bait? Perhaps I move it. I think so. I think we should be okay. We'll see. This rod nearly actually picked up that rod as well, so I think if we have many more closer, we'll be causing ourselves all sorts of problems. So we don't want any of that, do we? Not at all. Not at all. Right. Let's get this on that spot. Shall we? We might get a little bit more sunshine. Don't really know. Don't really know if we're going to get more sunshine. Not really sure. We shall see. Could do. The sun's coming up, but the clouds are coming after me as well. Right, slightly more thingy than it was before. Otherwise we end up picking up that boulder, and we don't want that, do we? Right range, left a bit, bang on the clip. There you go. If you zoom in, you should still be able to see the ripples on that one. That's not far off the area. The budget for making sure that the spools are at the back of the reels. That's why I do this. I don't know why. Less tangles and things, I think. Squeaky wellies, eh? We love squeaky wellies. Forgot about the squeaky wellies, didn't we? Squeaky wellies. Right, so I just like to take that to the limit of tightness and then get it sorted out. Rightio. You have to fish quite tight lines in this swim because you want to keep the line up. Slack lines is just asking for trouble, unfortunately. When we fish on the double gravel, you can get away with that a lot easier. You've got to be very careful what you're doing each swim. So, there we go. Right. Well, you can see this what I'm on about. There's the sun poking up above the skyline over the forest, but you've got this cloud line, cloud bank stopping it getting to me. And that cloud it's not too thick over here, but I was hoping for a little bit of sunshine this morning and dry the rain off and things. It's quite damp. The swans have been along there feeding and things. There's a few bits of weed poking up. It's interesting now. Might be worth sticking your bait back in that area. Obviously got to get to that depth beyond swans. So yeah, look, there we go. Absolutely amazing how much thingy there was. We shall see. All looking good out there. All looking good. Well, it's very, very nearly time to start packing up and heading home. I was hoping it might dry out a little bit inside a little bit more, but there's no real sunshine around. I was hoping it might pop through, but I don't think it's going to. So it looks like we're going to be starting packing up soon. Quite interesting. I was just in that sort of bay area. I thought I saw a tent show yesterday. There's a little bit of fizzing coming up, so it's probably out and about in there. Tench on here seem to be spreading around quite a bit recently, and the weed growth is coming up. So it's not too bad. So realistically, I had 2 carp takes, lost one, got one in. So that's not too bad, is it, for a quick overnighter? 2 takes. Shame I hadn't converted them into both being in the net, but that's just one of them things, isn't it, really? I think I'm not going to be out till next week again now. I think the wife's got a work function on the Thursday, so I might actually do the same thing as I've done this week, and actually come down, fish the Wednesday night, then spend Thursday night at home, get up and come back down Friday morning, and maybe do another single night, or do 2 nights. I don't know. I'm not sure if Ian's around next week, but I do find it quite sort of nice sort of being at home over the weekend and having a little bit of a break before I head off into another few days of work. We're going to sort of sort things out a little bit better, so that's what I might do, just a couple of single nights, and then after that I'm back onto my normal sort of 3 nights a week for a couple of weeks, and then it's time for holiday. I think actually I've got a week away. I've got to sort exactly what we're doing with holidays. My daughter's off to college, so I need to be around and about when she gets her results and things like that, and heads off to college. So it's been a little bit sort of bitty, so I don't quite know what we're going to do this summer realistically. Have to take as it comes really. But there's a little bit of a bright spell up there, so I might, forever hopeful this brolly might dry. Don't really know. I've checked the forecast, and there's a few little bit patches of rain sort of bubbling up through this morning, and this afternoon it's looking clear skies and sunshine, so that'll be quite good. For my daughter's prom and things, that won't sort of be an issue there for them, which is quite good realistically. We'll take it from there. Anyway, I think I'm going to start tidying up, packing down, and getting stuff back in the boxes and things like that. I'll dry the kettle out. I always like to sort of empty the water out of the kettle and dry it out before I sort of head home. And then it's sort of what I've done it before, and you end up with water running all around your box and things like that. There's another angler turned up over the far side and needs to be doing a day. I think I know who it is, so I might pop round and say hello before I head home. If not, if I run out of time, I don't know really. Yeah, I'm going to start packing things away and tidying things out, and nice sip of a cup of coffee and take it from there really. Right, let's get